Welcome, everyone, to another episode of Ascension Activations. Welcome. Thank you guys so incredibly much for being here tonight. Beautiful. So, ever so quickly, why did this turn off? Okay. Ever so quickly, we start with an Om. An Om opens and expands the upper chakras, allowing us to connect into the higher self and to form an isosynaptic pulse, dear ones, allowing each of us to connect onto a unified field of thought. This unified field of thought allows the highest potential channeling session for tonight's energy. We are sending our many love and blessings for all of you, allowing each of you to connect now. Take a deep breath in. And one more deep breath in. Thank you. Thank you, Star People, for connecting and joining us tonight. We are grateful for you. Excellent. So the first question that came in tonight was about stepping into higher frequencies and holding on to lower frequency codes. So in this particular example, a lower frequency code may be a lower frequency behavior. For example, dear ones, the primary individual may have utilized any such substance. Let's say a plant. The process of ascension allows for all people to raise the biological frequency. This may be done simply by being happy. When any plant is released from said individual, and the individual raises the biological frequencies, interaction with said plant may cause a disruptive manifestation in their patterning buffers. For example, if a high frequency is held and a lower frequency item or place is engaged with, it may make you feel a disruption in your energetic signature. This may cause distortions, dear ones, for any type of injury or illness may manifest into your physical reality. Depending on the level of separation between the higher and lower frequencies, allows for different manifestations to be observed. Thank you. Thank you, Star People. Thank you. Okay. So the next question that we had come in was on the solar flash. Why is it okay to release that thought form? So we're not actually releasing it off of the energetic grids because depending on the reality that you guys are currently in, there may potentially be a solar flash for you. Now, we've spoken before about how each individual is literally in their own world among worlds expression. Very similar like this, it's a toroidal field. And then we all come together and we energetically blend and we energetically bond in order to co-create now moment expressions. Many of us are going to manifest into a timeline in which there may potentially be a solar flash. This has already started occurring on your planet. Although there are people on your planetary surface who are currently unaware of solar flashes. And that's okay too. The process of just releasing resistance allows whatever you are in the most highest potential timeline to manifest for you. A solar flash is only one aspect of the ascension timeline that may manifest humanity into a fifth dimensional expression. For example, dear ones, there is also a timeline currently running in a parallel reality universe in which the crystalline net systems and the crystalline core herself Then shift vibrational alignment to allow all of humanity to regain consciousness or memory. For each of you are currently experiencing a fractalized memory complex. This allows a sense of individuality to become a part of your everyday world. However, when the memory grids become fully activated for each of you, it then starts the process of allowing each of you to see each other's memories. It allows you to become all of Mother Earth, dear ones, for you shall then be able to readily access any plant's memory or imprinted cord. This is of high value for each of you. For when you fully activate the memory grids, it allows you to see, sense, and know all light and dark vibrational cords, tubules, or aspects of time-space. What this means is that you will have an opportunity to perceive all darkness that has ever walked your planet in your current timeline expression. However, you will also have the beautiful opportunity to witness, hold, and absorb and radiate more light. All light that has been on your planet, as well as in ancient times. For dear ones, there have been many cycles of release and repeat along your planetary surface. Humanity is not the only type of being that has existed on your Earth. There has been many different beings. There are many different frequency signatures that are right here, right now, waiting for you to align, open, and expand different access into those kingdoms or world among worlds expressions. For dear ones, when you shift your vibrational signatures, it then allows you to manifest your consciousness into any world aligned to your heart. For your heart is the control center for your time-space flicker rate. Your flicker rate controls the time that you see in your world expression. Once again, each of you is energetically bonding and blending together. So when the primary individual comes into contact with a secondary individual, their flicker rate then has an effect on your primary resonance. Your resonance is your baseline frequency that controls your oscillation rate. This oscillation rate is a key, for it allows access into different world expressions. For it is well known on your planetary surface that each planet in your cosmos is vibrationally at a time-space frequency somewhat different than your own. The time-space variables are determined by the people who live on the planet, as well as the beings and the plants. For each of them contains different frequency settings that then affect the Schumann resonance. However, that name is only pertaining to your planet. We generally perceive it as a baseline frequency of the planetary settings. Some planets you may visit, you may be there 1 hour, and yet 5 hours may have gone by on your planet's settings. There are certain activations in the energetic grid structures that allow you, the primary individual, to remain in alignment with your planet's settings, even while you are vibrationally on another planet. This type of contact is coming in your lifetime. You may see it if you are currently in alignment, and yet you may not if you are not in alignment to see. The primary individual holds ethereal cords manifesting into that world expression. The true nature of the multidimensional abilities each of you has includes allowing each of you to align to either bright densities or lower densities or parallel reality expressions of yourself. For everything you see outside the self is connecting to your hearts. Therefore, your center soul tubule radiates through your heart. It radiates outwards in a circular pattern of light, and it reflects back into the heart in a geometric pattern. That geometric pattern is what forms your physical matter coding grids. These physical matter coding grids may be changed or modified by going into the body, by feeling different emotional settings. The way you may place your awareness directly underneath the skin allows you to start to feel, how does your body feel? How does your nose feel? Does your ears feel? You may start to sense within the body vessel in order to sense and program your nervous system net. That nervous system net then controls all time space variables as well as the operating system channels. Inside your Kundalini channel system, you may make modifications which then reflect outwards into the elemental keys. These elemental keys may then modify your physical matter coding grids as well as your planetary surface. For dear ones, each of you has portals among portals located inside the cellular levels of your biological form. These vortices you are able to command with your consciousness, and every cell inside your body contains a connection to another being inside your world expressed. For example, with your consciousness, you may call forth any cell in your body, as small as each cell is. You may then ask for the connection or alignment to any outside source of that cell. By then placing your consciousness inside the vortex of that cell, you are then able to make modifications to the baseline frequency of that cell. When you come out of your meditation, the person, place, or thing connected to that one individual cell in your body may then be modified to the tailored frequency you are energetically casting. Thank you. Thank you, Star People. Thank you. It was 12:21 right when I opened my eyes. It's so funny. Okay, I hope you guys heard me on TikTok. The thing like stopped. Okay, let's see. What was the next question? Of course, it's like a divine synchronicity. That's so much fun. Okay, so the next topic we were going to speak about was a heart chakra pulse. Now, a heart chakra pulse is, if you've ever had an experience of being in love, and it doesn't matter if it's love with an intimate relationship or even love for a child, there is a potential for your heart to skip a beat. When that happens, there is a form of gamma energy that is pulsing from the heart. Now, this is very important because this is how we maintain instantaneous timeline shifts of a higher self alignment. The heart chakra is only going to pulse when true love is in alignment with the higher self. And then that energy reflects outwards and it changes the people, places, and things outside of your body. So, very, very important. We can summon heart chakra pulses. Once again, we want to drop into that meditation. We want to close our eyes. We want to imagine and visualize something that we significantly love. Without holding an attachment to it. So you don't want to hold on too tight, but just visualize that's something you love. And then ask the body to show you, what does a heart chakra pulse feel like? It feels like your heart goes ta-tunk, like that, ta-tunk. And then all of a sudden, you know that there's a gamma form of radiation, really, or energy radiating from your heart. And then once again, all the people, places, and things outside of you are now in alignment with that new setting that you energetically cast. This is of high value because if you're doing the inner work, let's say you know or you've identified who your higher self looks like. Do you love that person? The second that you know your highest potential and what that person, what that version of you looks like, meditate on that and thank your heart for activating you onto that timeline expression. When it does, the second that your heart skips a beat, you'll know that this pulse has been radiating outward. You have just taken all the energetic cords or tubules in your field and aligned each of them onto that timeline expression. There is a whole process of energetic imprinting, which is another reason why this channeler has been advised to not prophesize. Any experiences you may wish to see in your physical reality may be programmed. The practice of teaching each of you how to program your ethereal cords is of high value. For each of you is multidimensional in your nature. You are able to command or manifest any alignments as you see fit. Being a divine creator means that each of you is connected to the source frequency net. This net is a grid structure which is connected to your nervous system net as well as your energetic grid complex. Your complex is a circle and square pattern of geometries, allowing you to select different personality settings as well as different alignment formations in the plasma cord system. This plasma cord system, dear ones, allows for you to then maintain different multidimensional aspects of yourself. The process of knowing thyself allows you to command your ethereal cords into whatever frequency as you see fit. It is of high value for each of you to go into the darkness, to release said darkness, and to hold and summon more light. More light is more love, forgiveness, compassion. These are keys, tools to activating the higher frequency realms. The more light each individual is able to summon into the heart, the mind, and the cellular structures of the biological form, you then are able to activate the world among worlds expression. This, dear ones, allows you to see and sense above time space. Instant manifestations are readily available now. 5D and above, it's already here. You may choose to align into that reality expression. Thank you. Thank you, Star Repo. Thank you. Okay. Oh, okay. So channeling and imprinting and cord alignments was the next question that came in. So channeling and imprinting, I want each of you to see it like this. With every single person in our life, there's an energetic cord for every experience that we have had together. The more experiences we have together, it forms a bond. This is the difference when the star people say we are either blending energies together or we are bonding them. When you bond them, it's like they cross over one another, and then you have to go through a whole process of breaking the bonds. You may choose to do that in order to see the real connection established between you and the person, place, or thing. That's okay too. Now, every single time we have a thought form, let's say if you guys have ever like had a person and then you thought about them and then you saw them the next day, that's because the second that you have a thought about that person, that energetic cord or tubule becomes activated. That energetic tubule, then they may also know. So the psionic abilities on the planet, it's already activated, it's already here. So if you have a thought in your mind of another person, if they are aware of their thoughts, feelings, and emotions, then they're going to know, oh, they'll have a thought about you at the same time. That thought, that process is reflected into 3 individuals at the same time during the now moment. So as you are having any experience, there is 3 other people somewhere in the world having the exact same experience as you. This is the way we naturally reflect outwards. It's part of the human experience. The second that you have a thought about any person, place, or thing, the thing could even be an item or object. That object now senses you. If that ethereal cord is in alignment for you to receive, the person will show up, the item will show up. It does not matter what it is. The more focus you place on the person, place, or thing, the faster that alignment, the more thicker the cord is going to come and form, allowing a higher probability of you manifesting that item. Once again, we go into the belief systems because sometimes there's a veil, and that veil puts a density over the ethereal cord, and it makes veils, dark veils, make things manifest slower. when the star people are instructing us to release our darkness and then things manifest faster, it is literally because when we release the darkness, the veils come off of the ethereal grids and the cords, and it allows our thoughts to manifest instantly. The reason why this is a blessing is because it's a protection. If there is any fears, the fears are contained in a veil system. That means that you have to go through that veil in order to manifest whatever the fear may be. When we release the fears, it allows pure white light to form, and it activates a rainbow body of light inside of all of us. That rainbow body of light is because we went through a process of releasing the darkness and holding more light. When it activates, it is not there's different levels to it. So the very first activation that we go through is going to look like you're lit up and the rainbow body of light is fully activated. When you continue to go in and you continue to activate the quantum codex, dear ones, it allows for further memories of all time, space, and parallel realities to come into your conscious mind. However, when the rainbow body of light is activated to your first degree, it then allows a fifth dimensional expression to be part of your waking everyday world. There are different levels in Ascension. 4, fully stepping into 5D still allows the potential of darkness to be manifest. However, there are guides and there are different angelic presences that are watching over each of you throughout this process. Thank you. Thank you, Star People. Beautiful. Okay. Frequency matching and alignments. So once again, we want to have a good look at what things are in alignment for us to receive. Now, this goes into the whole thing too. When someone gives you a piece of information, you have to feel it inside of you to feel, is that information truly in alignment with you? It does not necessarily mean is it in alignment with your highest and best. It just means, is it in alignment? Is there a potential for it happening? How does it make you feel? So whenever we receive a new piece of information, it's good practice to like spot check it. How does it make you feel? Does it make you feel any lower emotional frequencies inside of the body? If it does, go in and neutralize them. And we do this by speaking to the body. I forgive myself for the emotion code, whatever the emotion code is. And then we say the word release so that we release any attachments. The more and more we start to take dominion over our energetic grids, it then allows our manifestations to be fine tailored to whatever it is that we wish to see. Now, once again, it's a whole process of going in and releasing the darkness and feeling what it is that we wish to manifest. It's beautiful. Okay, so the last question for tonight was the now moment and breath. This is very important because all of the emotions we can feel inside of the body. This includes pain. This includes every single organ. This includes the meridian and ley line systems. These are channels of light, and as well as the primary chakras and the lens and rings that we have. When we start the process of closing our eyes and feeling into the body, we may start to feel different things. So many times on the spiritual journey, you may touch a crystal and you may feel energy shift inside your body. That's what that is. It is you touching into the nervous system net and feeling the energy shift. The more and more you start to close your eyes and feel, you may close your eyes, you may feel into a friend's energetic grids. You may have thoughts and you may have emotions come into your mind. Write them down. And then compare the notes with your friend to see, hey, did I get any of these right? Have you ever experienced these thoughts or emotions? Are you feeling them currently? Anytime we see a negative emotion in a friend's field, we just say the word release, and the word release releases that energy off of their field as well as yours, which is beautiful. So the now moment truly is we have this great, great potential for us to just breathe. And the process of just breathing allows us to shift energy underneath the skin of the body. When we learn how to shift the energy, we are then able to cast energy. So the center, so two people, dear ones, allows a perception of your light energy to free flow out one of the primary chakra systems. When your energy flows out of any of the chakra systems, it shifts the primary individual's awareness into that chakra subsystem. For example, if your primary awareness is radiating through your throat chakra, it may allow all of your experiences to be filtered through that veil system. For each chakra is generating an ethereal grid outside your body. This grid then filters all manifestations through it. Your level of awareness into each lens system, it generates different manifestation alignments depending on which system you are activating. For example, the primary individual may be situated in the root chakra. This allows that individual the potential to be consciously focusing on needs, survival, physical items. The secondary individual may be focused in the pineal gland. They may be focusing on meditation, breath work, spiritual topics. At any given moment, each of you is able to make a minor adjustment to your light settings, and this allows your focus and attention to be modified. Now, this channel may also be modified in the civilization rings. This allows all people outside of you to then focus through that lens as well. Of course, dear ones, the primary individual is free to make any modifications to their energetic grid as they see fit. This allows their world among worlds expression to be veiled through that system. However, any other people who are not in alignment to receive shall not experience that veil. For each of you is situated in your own world expression. Thank you. Okay. Thank you, star people, for this beautiful channeled session tonight. Thank you guys so incredibly much for coming. If you guys have any questions, feel free to send them in to daniellipton.com. We will do them on the next live. Yeah, we did all the questions for tonight. We are doing the shadow work Zoom. It is not called that. What did we call it? The healing Zoom. We are doing the healing Zoom at 8:30 tonight. It is open policy for anybody who wants to come. Just come. Send an email to daniellipton.com in order to receive a Zoom link so you guys can join us. Beautiful. So on another side note, I have been working these past few weeks building a school of consciousness. So anybody who wants to see the School of Consciousness, so far I have 2 months worth of lessons posted for you guys, and that is open doors for all the public to come. The website is treeoflifeorganization.org, O-R-G. So thank you guys so incredibly much. You guys have a wonderful night, and I send you all many love and blessings.